All right, make sure you have your paper and pencil ready for today's notes, which are called complex numbers. Complex numbers notes, right? Today we're dealing with complex numbers. So first thing we're going to notice is, use a different color here, right? Check mark number 1 says, okay, complex numbers are in A plus BI form. All that means is the A is a regular number, right? It could be a negative or a positive. It's just a regular number. It doesn't have an I in it. No I, right? And the second part is an imaginary number, right? So whenever we write, we always write regular number first. That's why A is first. Imaginary number second, BI. A plus BI. So let's take a look. So the first example says, simplify the expression, to A plus BI form. All right, so let's take a look. So this one's a little different because look, it says negative 4 I to the 21 power. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to separate negative 4 and I to the 21st power. So this is 4 times I to the 21st power. Negative 4, excuse me. So let's figure out what I to the 21st power is first. So I know that I'm going to take 21 and I'm going to divide it by 4. So 4 can't go into 2, but 4 can go into 21 5 times. All right, 5 times 4 is 20. And 21 minus 20 is 1. So this is my remainder. So that means that this I to the 21 becomes I to the first power. And we know from our imaginary key that I to the first power is just I. See? Now, you see this negative 4 here? Nothing happened to this negative 4, so it's just going to come straight down just like that and get right next to that I there. So, negative 4I. So this right here is my solution, negative 4I. All right. And that's it. That is my answer. Okay. Let's try another one here. So this one looks a little different, right? This one looks a little different, but we're technically going to do the same steps. Okay. So let's deal with this guy first. Let's deal with that first. So we're going to say negative 11 times I to the 43rd. So I'm going to take 43, do it over here on the side, and I'm going to, where should I do it? I'll do it over here. 43, and I'm going to divide it by 4. Right? So, how many times does 4 go into 4? 1 time. Right? 1 times 4 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down my 3. How many times does 4 go into 3? It goes in 0 times. Right? 0 times 4 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. So this is my remainder. So that means that this I is going to become I to the power of 3. And if we look in our imaginary key, right, I to the power of 3 is negative I. Just like that. So now, this negative 11 is going to come down here and be right next to this negative I. Negative 11 times negative I. And what is a negative times a negative? It becomes a positive, right? So this becomes positive 11I. Right? So that's that part. Now we're going to do the second part, which is negative 7I to the power of 10. So when we do it over here on this side, negative 7 times I to the power of 10. So again, I'm going to take 10 and I'm going to divide it by 4 here on the side. 4 goes into 10 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. This is my remainder. So this I is going to become I to the power of 2. And we know from our imaginary key I to the power of 2 is negative 1. Now this negative 7 is just going to come down here and be right to next to negative 1, but it's going to multiply because, right, it's multiplying. So just like that. And these two are negative 7 times negative 1 is a positive 7. Right? So look what we got here. We got two answers here. We have that answer and we have that answer. What we're going to do is we're going to put them next to each other, but we're going to put them together in this form right here, where it's A means regular number first, imaginary number second. So these two, which one is the regular number? 7 is my regular number, right? So I'm going to write 7. And then my imaginary number is, so this is my 7 is my regular number. Positive 11I is my imaginary number, plus 11I. And this is my solution. Right there. I know. It's a lot of steps, but don't worry. We'll keep practicing, and you'll get it. You guys will get it. Okay? The key is just to go slow, right? The key is to